Hi everyone. I wanted to give a overview of my Princess Cruise Line cruise to the Western Caribbean. I've been home now about a week and a half. I feel like things have kind of settled in now and I have a good idea of how I would rate things and how I feel like everything kind of went. So I'm just going to go over each kind of section of the experience and give you what I found as helpful information, and maybe it will help you as well. Okay, so this was on the Star Princess. That is their newest ship. The ship overall is beautiful and amazing. I think they did a great job with the layout, other than there is not one deck on the ship that goes directly from front to back, which can be kind of frustrating when you're trying to get to main dining. You have to go up to then go down. That was a little hard, especially for people with mobility issues. But otherwise, I felt like it was a good all-around design of the ship. Okay, the food. That is always the number one thing that we want to know about. Overall, it was really good. Main dining, that was great. The staff was friendly. The dining room itself got a little cold on a couple of nights, so I would recommend taking a sweater with you just in case. But overall, it was a great experience. It's beautiful. Maybe you'll get lucky and get to sit towards the back, where they have a great wall of windows and you have a great view out the back. We were kind of more up to the front and to the side, but they have beautiful china cabinetry on both sides that has all their glassware in. It was beautiful. They do have a lot of gluten-free options. The head waiter came around every night with the menu for the next night, so that they could get your order for you ahead of time to know what you're going to plan to eat. So that is great. There are other cruise lines that do the same thing, so that's kind of a common thing. My only critique is that there weren't a lot of included dining options. So you have main dining, you have the buffet, which is called the Eatery. You have the International Cafe, which is down by the piazza. And that has like grab and go types of food, coffee, espresso, that kind of stuff. And then you do have up on the Lido deck, you have the grilled burgers, pizza, tacos, the French fries there, amazing. Highly recommend. And then they had ice cream and gelato there. Other than that, I would say it was kind of lacking another option. It does kind of push you to want to go towards specialty dining. The Butcher Block by Dario is the only specialty dining extra that we tried out. It was fantastic. They cure all of their meats. They go over how everything is cooked. They raise the cattle themselves. And then it's served family style. So they come around with each version of that cut of meat for you to have sampled. And that was amazing. I think we had like 7 different courses through the night of beef, which by the 6th course, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much meat, but it was delicious. And then the cake at the end, the olive cake, oh my gosh, that is to die for. I wish I would have had more room to eat all of it because it was so good. So I highly recommend that. I really enjoyed it. I am gluten-free. I am more gluten intolerant, so I did sample the bread because they do make it from the semolina flour, which isn't as processed as American flour is, and I tend to not have any reactions to that. So I did taste it. It was to die for as well. Okay, and then let's go on to entertainment. The piazza. I loved everything that happened on the piazza. It's 3 stories. It's midship. This is where they had entertainment from live music to entertainers to dancing every night. This was the hub of the ship at night. It was great. The one critique I have is for the arena. It's kind of small for the size of ship. We couldn't always get seats, and especially seats together. So that was kind of frustrating because we went in and then had to leave. Maybe something like assigning seats, or you have to sign up for your night, would have been better, because then you would have guaranteed to see it. But otherwise it was great. The venue is nice. That would be my only critique for it. The game shows were busy every day, all hours of the day. That was amazing. They had lots of variety. And then movies under the stars. This was amazing. Got to watch Top Gun Maverick on the top deck with some popcorn and some French fries from the Lido deck. It was great. It was a great experience. They have blankets out there for you. It was super fun. Totally loved that. Okay, on the rooms. So we really liked our room. We had an ocean view. The two great things about this that I thought was really cool is when you walk up towards your bed, the nightstands, whether they're on either side of the bed or in the middle if you have your bed split, an automatic light comes on because there's a sensor underneath it so that you get a night light, which was super helpful, except for in the middle of the night when you accidentally turned it on because your blanket fell down or your arm fell over or whatever. So that was a little weird. But there is also another one as you're walking towards the bathroom, that light automatically comes on for you. It doesn't stay on though. So if you go in the bathroom, it will turn off until you get back up and come out, and then it turns back on again. And then there was lots of space for closet. The closet space was great. The organization was fantastic. Lots of drawers, and shelving. We didn't even use all of it. It was awesome. And then your medallion. So you get your little circle medallion. I don't have mine right in front of me. You can either wear it on your neck with the lanyard that comes with it, or you can buy the watch band. And I think they even have like a little clippy one too. I saw people with that on. Anyway, that opens your door as you walk up to your cabin. It will, on the screen next to the door, it says that it's unlocked or locked and who it is that's coming. So that was super helpful. If your hands are full, you don't have to go and swipe. So I liked that option. That was great. Okay, excursions and the port stops. So we did Western Caribbean. We did Belize, Cozumel, and Roatan, Honduras. Belize, this was my first time going. It was amazing. We did the Crystal Cave tour with tubing. This is a must-do. This was absolutely fantastic. I would recommend upgrading to the cave tour that is the better version. We had done the lesser one, but got bumped to the better one, which meant we didn't have to hike up the hill. Totally worth paying to not have to hike up the hill. It was awesome. Our guide was fabulous. He was very knowledgeable. We saw different parts of the caves. We tubed. We got to swim at the end in the springs. And then they take you out and you get lunch after, which was great. It is a bit of a drive from the port. I want to say it was about 45 minutes to an hour. So do plan on that. And you can take a change of clothes to change into after. There are restrooms to do that, so that you don't have to sit in a wet bathing suit on the way back. Okay, and then we did Roatan, that port right there for Princess. The Carnival Corporation, which also owns Princess, has Mahogany Bay there. It's a little beach resort. You can take the sky lift over to it, or you can just walk around. It's like 10 minutes. But that was really pretty. The beach was nice. You can book cabanas there if you want, but otherwise you can just get one of the lounge chairs and pay $15 for an umbrella. They also have beach mats for you to rent and snorkel gear if you want to do that. So that was great. And then we did Cozumel, and this is my second time at Cozumel. This time I did a catamaran and snorkel excursion. This was great. Loved it. I found I'm really not a snorkel person because it's a little claustrophobic feeling. But I did it and it was fun. It was great to see all the awesome fish. And then we went to a beach, got a lounge chair. They did have lunch there for you to buy if you wanted to. But we just chilled on the beach and then went back to the port for shopping. So one great thing I would like to say about Cozumel is that there is this amazing place where you can buy fantastic Mexican vanilla. This is what the bottles look like. They come in all different sizes. It's Mayan Fiesta rum cakes and gifts. That's the location you want to go to. Their vanilla is the better quality. It's not more expensive, maybe $1 more, but really and truly, like, you're getting a better product. It's concentrated. You only have to use half of what your recipe calls for. So like this little bottle will last quite a long time. And then the rum cakes that they have there are great too. All great little souvenirs to bring back to people that, you know, you want to bring something useful back for. So highly recommend those things. Otherwise, overall, I really liked it. I would rate it. I would rate it a 10, and I gave 10s on my review, because I feel like they did a great job overall. I would recommend it. The demographic is an older age. There were less kids on this cruise. If you don't mind that, that's great. Your kids would get more attention. It was fabulous. The only other thing I would recommend that I didn't talk about was the spa. That was fantastic. This was the first time I'd done a spa experience on a cruise. I did a facial. My esthetician was awesome. She did a great job. She gave great recommendations. I would recommend doing it if that's something you're interested in doing, and maybe do it on a port day if you're not going to get off the ship, because you might get a better rate for doing it on an off day when they're not as busy. And then I also did the acupuncture. I've done acupuncture once before. It's been probably 15 years, almost 20 years ago. So I just kind of wanted to see what that was like on board a ship in the spa. And it was so calming and just really kind of reset me, which was great. Going on vacation, doing stuff like this is kind of what you're wanting to do. If you're wanting to kind of have like that Zen, relaxing experience, those are things to do at the spa. And if you can get it at a discount, watch for the sales, do it on port days so that it's not as busy, and then you might get a better deal. Those would be my recommendations, but I really liked it. It was great. It was a beautiful space. It was not noisy. It was great. I highly recommend. Okay, if you have any questions, you know where to find me. I'm always here to help. Anything you need, let me know. Have a good day. Bye.